Well now, Earthlings. Blorp has tried to stay calm. Blorp has tried to be mature. Blorp has tried to sit quietly with all 6 limbs folded in a dignified arrangement. But it is no use. My spaceship is in the documents. Not confirmed, of course. No. The official people have called it an unidentified aerial phenomenon displaying unusual movement characteristics, which is a mighty long way of saying Blorp took the corner too fast. Now, Blorp does not wish to brag. Bragging is rude. But when your little vessel appears in a government file described by trained observers, chased by paperwork, and discussed by men with serious eyebrows, a fellow is allowed to feel a touch proud. That ship and I have been through a great deal. Meteor showers, engine hiccups, one regrettable incident involving a moon, a sandwich, and a parking maneuver no insurance company would ever understand. And now, after all this time, there it is, Blorp's dear old craft, a blurry dot, a glowing smudge, a confused little wobble on a screen. Beautiful. Some Earthlings looked at the footage and said, "What is that?" Others said, "Probably a drone." Some said, "Could be a balloon." A balloon? Offended but polite, Blorp has nothing against balloons. Fine creatures, round, cheerful, usually well-behaved. But my spaceship has cup holders, navigation crystals, and a snack drawer with emergency moon biscuits. That is not a balloon. That is engineering. Now, to be fair, the footage is not flattering. Blorp would have preferred a cleaner angle, perhaps a slow, majestic glide across the clouds, maybe a little sparkle on the hull. Instead, the official video makes my ship look like a nervous pea escaping a spoon. But still, there she is, recorded, filed, discussed, released, declassified. That word has a fine flavor. Declassified. It sounds like somebody opened a cupboard and history fell out wearing sunglasses. Blorp understands why the humans are excited. A strange object in the sky gets the imagination galloping like a horse that has heard thunder and misunderstood its responsibilities. But Blorp must say this plainly. A mystery is not proof. A government file is not a welcome mat from outer space. And a blurry video is not the same as Blorp waving from the cockpit with a cup of space tea. Still, it is awfully nice to be noticed. For years, Blorp has zipped politely across the atmosphere, doing nothing more suspicious than sightseeing, cloud appreciation, and occasional wrong turns near military installations. And what happens? Radar, reports, meetings, acronyms. So many acronyms. The humans do love making a mystery shorter by giving it capital letters. UFO, UAP, AARO, NASA. Blorp is surprised they haven't named the footage Extremely Peculiar Zooming Dot Category 7, EPZD7. Very catchy. But let us return to the important matter. My spaceship looked magnificent. Yes, it was blurry. Yes, it may have appeared to dart in a slightly irregular fashion. Yes, one observer may have described the movement as unusual. That was not unusual. That was style. Also, the left stabilizer was making a noise like a spoon in a washing machine, but that's between Blorp and the mechanic. Proud and warm. What touches Blorp most is not the fame. Fame is a slippery little fish. No, what touches Blorp is that Earthlings looked up. They wondered. They argued. They studied. They asked questions. And for a moment, the sky was not just background. It was a puzzle again. That's a fine thing. A person can live a long while under a sky and forget it's there, the way a fish might forget water if it had a busy schedule. But then one odd light goes scooting across a screen, and suddenly everyone remembers, the universe is large, the world is strange, and not every answer arrives wearing a name tag. So yes, Blorp is excited. Blorp's spacecraft has made its Earth debut as a questionable smudge in a government release. It's not the grand entrance I imagined. There were supposed to be trumpets, possibly fog, a banner, maybe one tasteful beam of light. Instead, there's grainy footage and a sentence beginning with, "Analysts were unable to determine." But I'll take it. Every legend starts somewhere. Some start with a sword in the stone. Some start with a baby in a basket. Blorp starts as a fuzzy oval moving oddly over a restricted zone. So, Earthlings, keep your eyes on the skies. Keep your minds open. Keep your conclusions tidy. And should you see Blorp's ship again, please remember, it's not a balloon, it's not a drone, it's not swamp gas having a lively evening. It's a proud little spacecraft doing its best, flown by one very excited alien who only asks that next time somebody films it in focus.